Okay, let's look at the last question. This says that $5,000 is invested, and after a year the value has increased in the ratio 2:3. Now let's look at the ratio 2:3. Since we have ratio to be 2:3, in this case we have this to be increasing. The big number will be up and the small number will be down, since we are increasing. Okay, now it says 5,000 is invested, and after a year the value increased in this ratio. That means the fraction will be this increase. Okay, so what is the value of the investment now? For us to find the value of the investment now, we have that to be the increase in this $5,000 times the ratio of increasing is 3/2. So this cancel this, we have over 1. This gives us 2500. Okay, so we have this to be 2,500 times 3. That gives us $7,500. So $7,500 is the investment now. So the investment now is $7,500. Okay, now the next question says, what is the percentage increase over 1 year? Now we know that our percentage increase, which we have done before, it gives us that, you know, that percentage increase simply means what? The increase over the original amount, or I can call it the initial amount, times 100/1. And our increase there simply means 7,500 minus the original amount, which is 5,000. So if I minus this, I will have this to be 2,500. So 2,500 is our increase. So therefore the percentage increase simply means 2,500 divided by 5,000 times 100/1. Okay, and let's check. These two circle cancel this 20, this cancel this, so 5 into 250 gives us 50. So we have that to be 50%. That means that the percentage is what? Is 50%. Okay, and the next question says what? The next question which says after the value of the investment continue to grow, and in the second year it increase in the ratio this. In the second year it increase in the ratio this. Now you know that the first year is this. This is the ratio for the first year. Okay, let me wipe off this. This is the ratio for the first year. So the second year it will still increase with the ratio of what? 5:4 in the second year. So this is the amount it increased the first year. So in the second year the increase will be the big number divided by a small number is the increase, times it by what? By the increase in the first year. Okay, so that gives us what? Let me check. 4 into this is 1. 4 into 5, 7,500 divided by 4. we have what? 1875 times it by 5. We have what? 9,375. So that gives us $9,375. So this is what is the value after 2 years. So this is the value after 2 years. Get that? Okay. So the value after 2 years simply gives us 9,375. I hope you're following. Okay. Now, what is the percentage increase in the second year? This is the amount in the second year. This is the amount in the first year. So the percentage increase will be the amount in the second year, which is what? Which is $9,375. That I'm talking about C, minus the amount in the first year, $7,500. So if I minus this minus $7,500, we have $1,875. Okay, so the percentage increase in the second year will be the increase, which is 1875 divided by the initial amount, which is this 7500 times 100 over 1. Okay, so if I divide this, we have this divided by this divided by 75, that gives us 25. So the percentage is what? 25%. Okay, so that gives us what? 25%. Now the other question said, what is the overall percentage increase over 2 years? The overall percentage increase, there is difference between these two. This one says, what is the percentage increase in the second year? That's why we use this one and this for getting the initial value. Okay, now this says, what is the overall percentage in the 2 years? So the overall percentage in the 2 years is the initial amount of money which we invested is 5,000, subtracted from what? The amount we have in the 2 years. So that gives us what? We have that to be the amount of money we have in 2 years is $9,375, minus it by the money we invested, which is this. Get that? So in this case, if we minus this, if I minus 9,375 minus 5,000, that gives us what? 4,000. We have that to be what? 4,300 and this. Okay, so that gives us $4,375. Therefore, what we have as the percentage will now be this amount, 375, divided by the initial amount, 5,000, times 100 over 1. So if I cancel this by this, okay, remain 50. So I can say this 4,375 divided by 50. We have that to be what? 87.5%. So the percentage gives us 87.5%. So that is what we have here. 87.5%. That's the answer. So the last question says what? Our last question says, show that the overall increase could be written as a ratio of this. The overall increase simply means the final increase in the last 2 years, which is what? This 9,375 is to the initial one 5,000. So here we are going to divide this, reduce it to the lowest term. So for us to divide the lowest term, what will I divide it with first? Okay, let me check if I divide that with 125. I think 9,375 divided by 125, that gives us 75. Okay, if I divide it by 125, I have 75. Divide it by 125, divide by 125, I have 40. Okay, so divide by 125, I have 75. Divide by 125, I have 40. Okay, now what next will I do? If I divide by 5, 5 here gives us 15, and 5 here gives us what? 8. You can see that is what we have as the answer. That gives us the end of the topic. So if you have any question, please do let me know. Thank you for listening. Bye.